Okay. So in this class, uh, we are going to talk about uh, the viewport transformation and the three-dimensional screen coordinate system and the OpenGL 3D viewing function. So what is the support which which is there uh, to implement the 3D viewing functions like we GLU lookat function is the new one. So we have studied about GL ortho. So like this we will just check. So we will just see the support which we have from the OpenGL graphic package for handling all these functions. So before that, we'll start with the viewport transformation in the three-dimension screen coordinates. So once we have completed the transformations to the normalized projected coordinate system like this one. So once we have completed the transformation to the normalized projection coordinates, um, you can perform the clipping to get the symmetric cube, and then the contents of the normalized view volume can be transferred to the screen coordinates. So once the transformation is done to get the normalized projection coordinates, you can perform the clipping to get the symmetric cube. So once the cube is obtained, then the contents of the normalized view volume, once the cube is obtained, which is nothing but the content of the normalized view volume, which can be transferred to the screen coordinate, the final one. Here your the screen coordinate in the sense the coordinates on the display devices. So um, for 3D images, for 3D volume, for 3D view volume, we have a depth coordinate also. We have a depth also. So when you're talking about the 2D, it consists of only two parameters. It can be length and height. But when you're talking about the 3D system, when you're talking about the 3D system, you have one parameter which is known as the depth, which is known as the depth parameter, and depth parameter is taken care by the z coordinate. The z coordinate will take care of this depth coordinate, and we need this to we need this z coordinate position. We need the z coordinate position to get the depth information or to retain the depth information for visibility testing and surface rendering algorithm. So we need this data. So we need this z information data uh, to get or to maintain the depth information so that it can be used for visibility testing and surface rendering algorithm. So so if you include this z parameter, or if you normalize this z parameter, the transformation from the normalized view volume to the 3D screen coordinate is given by this transformation matrix. It is given by this transformation matrix. For symmetric cube, we know that the value of z norm will be the z normalized will be minus 1 minus 1 like what is the z is equal to minus 1 means the face of the symmetric cube will correspond to the clipping window area. The face of the symmetric cube will correspond to the clipping window area. uh, and and this face of the cube which will be mapped to the viewport will be referenced as z screen is equal to 0, and the lower left corner of the viewport will be at the positions viewport, right? X viewport minimum, y viewport minimum, y viewport minimum, and 0. So this is at the lower left corner of the screen, or the lower left corner of the screen area, and the upper right corner will be at xv max, yv max, and 0. So this is how the coordinates will be changed, and this is the matrix using which you can get this transformation. Using this you can get the transformation. So this is regarding the viewport transformation with respect to the 3D screen coordinate system. So, see, one thing is like the normalized value. See, the normalized value will be in the range always for the symmetric. When it is not symmetric, you know that we have two kinds of normalized value. One will be in the range of 0 to 1, or other will be in the range of -1 to 1. So that is how it is being decided. But here for the video screen, we are using the value of Z screen as 0. Z screen as 0. So since you are making the Z screen as 0, the depth processing can be done efficiently in the interval 0 to 1, 0 to 1. So that is why um, you are making this as Z screen as 0. So this is regarding why we are making the Z screen as 0, and what is the left hand side viewport screen position, and the lower left corner of the screen position, upper right corner of the screen position. So this is regarding the viewport transformation in the uh, 3D screen coordinate system. So you should know the values of this viewport screen area at the lower left side of the screen, upper right corner of the screen. What is the renormalized Z value, and what is the value of Z screen, and the transformation matrix and the transformation matrix. Okay, so this is regarding the values. So some position, so each position, some positions like some points like XY on the viewport will be uh, corresponding to a certain position in a buffer, which will contain the color information, for that point on the screen, and also the depth value for each of the positions will be specified in another buffer, which we will call it as depth buffer. So we have two things here. We have refresh buffer and depth buffer. So what this refresh buffer will contain means it will contain the position, the XY position on the viewport. So this contains the information, and also this refresh buffer will also contain the color information. So this will contain the XY position on the viewport and also the color information for that point on the screen. And um, the depth value and the depth buffer contains the depth value for each screen position. So this is, we have two buffers. One is a refresh buffer, and the another one is buffer when you are talking about the three-dimensional screen coordinates. So how do we display that? So how do we position this uh, viewport? Means see, it is the same thing. It is the same thing like which we have done for the 2D application. The lower left corner of the viewport will be displayed at the position which is specified by the coordinate position with respect to the left corner of the display, with respect to the lower left corner of the display window, and the object propositions will be maintained by maintaining the aspect ratio of the area, which is to be same as the clipping window. So this is regarding the viewport transformation in the 3D screen coordinate. We will talk about OpenGL three-dimensional viewing functions. Uh, so all the functions for mm, uh, 3D viewing function is given by GLUT library. So OpenGL utility library, that is a GLU library, it has the functions for specifying this 3D viewing parameters, and some functions for setting up the perspective projection, transformations, orthogonal projection, oblique projection, and viewport transformations. All these things. So we have OpenGL utility library, which we will call it as GLU library. So this has functions for giving us information about setting up about the symmetric projection. One is the symmetric projection, symmetric perspective projection, symmetric perspective projection, orthogonal perspective projection, orthogonal projection. One is the symmetric, one is the second one is orthogonal, and we have also studied about oblique perspective projection, and the last one, viewport transformation. See, all these functions are supported by or provided by OpenGL uh, utility library, which we'll call it as GLU library. So if you want to talk about Windows function, all the Windows function is given by GLUT. So GLUT functions are used for manipulating the functions related to Windows. It can be a display window. It can be display window. So first function is GL lookup. So GL lookup. So uh, under what category? Under what category will this GL lookup function come? So this is a viewing transformation function. So this is a viewing transformation function. So for using this viewing transformation function, first we can have GL matrix mode. We have GL matrix mode. So first we'll talk about um, viewing transformation function. First we'll talk about the viewing transformation function. Then we can know the syntax of this GLU lookup function. So uh, we have one function which is called GL matrix mode, GL matrix mode, and the parameter can be, it can be like, here we have studied no four constants can be given. When we are talking about the lab, I've explained this. Four parameters can be given. One is a projection view, one is a model view, and one is a color, one is a texture. Like we have four things. So each of the thing contains a matrix for performing those performing or for processing the matrices. So here we are talking about the OpenGL viewing transformation function. So how it will work means, first thing is, here all the applications, see all the OpenGL applications, for everything the computation will happen through the matrix itself. So here also for viewing transformation also, all the transformations will take place through the matrix itself. First you will create the matrix. First you will define a matrix, and then you will concatenate that matrix with the current matrix. So that's why you're using the model view. So initially your model view matrix, initially this will be your current matrix. So you want your matrix to be current model view. Then that matrix, this model view matrix, will be concatenated with the matrices which you are giving. So this will be obtained by using the geometric transformation which you have obtained. So first I will get the model view matrix, then I will apply the composite transformation, or then I'll apply the geometric transformation to get the composite matrix. So this composite matrix will then be used to transform the objects which are there in the world coordinate system to the viewing coordinate system. So this is how the process is followed. So the matrix will be formed when you're concatenating that matrix with the current model view matrix. So this matrix is obtained, or it is obtained by using the geometric transformations um, which we will perform. So this composite transformation matrix will be then it will be then applied to get or to transfer the objects from world coordinate system to viewing coordinate system. So the first function will be like GL matrix mode model view function. So the parameter, so you can see the model view, here the viewing parameters will be specified with this function. Um, it can be so once this is defined, then you can have a function like GL lookup function. So GL lookup function. So what is this GL lookup function means? So here it is having uh, six 3 plus nine parameters. So uh, it can be, see the parameters, the data type or the values it can take can be the floating point values or the double values. So it can take the double values or the floating point values. So first it contains x naught, y naught, z naught. So what is this x naught, y naught, z naught means? It is the world coordinate position. It is the world coordinate position. So it will be the it will be the origin of viewing reference. So this will be your viewing reference. So this contains 9 parameters. It can take the double precision, floating point values. So here we have first 3 parameter which is given by x naught, y naught, z naught. So what is this means? It is the world coordinate position which will be the origin of viewing reference. And then we have x reference, y reference, z reference. They are the reference position. So these three are the reference position, and we have vx, vy, vz. They are the view of vector. So we have studied about the normal vector, view of vector. So vx, vy, vz are the uh, view of vector. So the position, what is the z view axis? We have z view axis, no? So we have z view axis. So that will be in the direction which is given by the difference that is given with respect to the difference between this p naught and p reference. So how you can calculate z means z is taken as a, so this is represented by p naught and these three coordinates are represented by p reference. So you can obtain the normal vector n as the difference between the world coordinate system and the reference system. So here this is how you can obtain the value of n, and the unit vectors for the viewing reference can be calculated um, by the formulas which we have already studied. Here the viewing direction, the viewing direction will be along the z view axis. So the reference position, p reference, the reference position will be referred as a lookout position. It will be also taken as a lookout point. It is also referred as the lookout point. So this is usually taken to be like it is some position like the center of the scene. It is like some position which is in the center of the scene, which can be used for specifying the projection parameters. And also you can take this reference parameter as a point at which we want to aim a camera which is located at the origin. So the up orientation for the camera is given by the view of vector, which is adjusted in such a way that this view of vector will be perpendicular to the normalized uh, vector. So these are the so uh, these are the values which are uh, used for GL lookup. Um, So what are the default values? So what are the default values for this GL lookup functions? Means if you're not specifying anything, this P naught, which is nothing but X naught, Y naught, Z naught, it will take the values 0, 0, 0. P reference, P reference, which is given by X reference, Y reference, and Z reference, it will take the values 0, 0, -1. And the view of vector which is vx, vy, vz, its default value will be 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0. So these are the default values um, which are being applied for GL lookup function. So this is with respect to the OpenGL. This is with respect to the OpenGL viewing transformation function. So we have GL ortho function. We have GL ortho function. This is um, this is OpenGL. This is OpenGL um, orthogonal projection function. So this is OpenGL orthogonal. So you can see orthogonal projection function. So the first one which we studied as OpenGL viewing transformation function. So now we'll talk about the second one. We'll talk about the second one. The second function is um, OpenGL orthogonal OpenGL orthogonal projection function. So here first we used model underscore view. No, model underscore view. We studied first function called GL matrix mode. Here the matrix mode was model underscore view. Here when you are talking about OpenGL ortho projection function, here GL matrix will be GL underscore. So here first we use GL underscore model view. No, so here the matrix mode will be GL underscore projection. GL underscore. Here we are using the projection matrix. So in the second situation, the first statement will be like GL matrix mode will be GL underscore projection. So once why? Because we are setting the projection transformation matrix. Why we are using this function first? Because for OpenGL ortho projection function, we are set up, we are making or we are setting up the projection transformation matrix. So first we want our matrix mode to be in GL underscore projection. So for that we are using this GL matrix mode uh, and GL underscore projection statements. After this, this matrix can be concatenated by using this function GL ortho. So here we have XW win, XW max, YW min, YW max, D near, D far. So you by this terminology itself, you can know that they are the window parameters. They are the window parameters. So they are the window parameters. You would have seen this. The window parameters. See, X window minimum, Y window minimum, X window maximum, Y window maximum, and this is Z near and Z far. So six parameters we are using here also. X window minimum, X window maximum, Y window minimum, Y window maximum, and D near, the distance near and the distance far away. So all these parameters are double precisions and it can take floating point values. So why we are using this GL ortho function means to select the clipping window coordinates, and D near and D far, they are the distances to the near and the far clipping plane from the origin. So this D near and D far, they are the distances to the near clipping plane and far clipping plane from the origin So the near clipping plane is always to be the view plane in OpenGL, and also this clipping window is always on the near plane of the view volume. So in this OpenGL, you don't have option for that. And also, what this GL ortho function will do means it will generate the parallel projection which is perpendicular to the view plane. So what this function is going to create means this function will create a projection, orthogonal projection view volume for the specified clipping plane along with the clipping window. So what we have studied, this parameters D near and D far, they are giving you the distance. They are giving you the distance in the Z view direction from the origin position. So these are some of the these are some of the parameters with respect to this GL ortho function. So here also few things you should note down. So here D near and D far. So they are the distances. They are the distances in the negative Z view direction. They are the distances in the negative Z view direction. So what does that means? If D far is equal to some 10 units, if D far is equal to 10 units means then the far clipping plane is at the position -10, is at the position coordinate position -10. So negative value means, see, negative value means it will indicate behind the origin. If this is the origin means behind the origin we have that object. So positive so so you can assign, so you can assign any values. Either you can assign the positive value, you can assign the negative value, you can assign zero values for this parameter, as long as the distance, the farther distance is greater when compared to the nearer distance, you can take the any values for this parameter. So what are the default values? So the default parameters for this functions can be like, it can be like +1 or -1. So the default values for this GL ortho function can be +1 or it can be -1. So it can, because it is talking about the symmetric normalized cube, so it can take either the +1 or it can take -1 as the default values. So an example of this can be like x window is at -1. So this example itself you can take -1, x min is -1, max is 1. Then again x min -1, max 1. So here you can write that it is 1.0, 1.0. Similarly, window minimum -0.0, 1.0. Near the near the object 1 -1.0 error 1.0, like this. So you can write the equation. So this is a default value which this function uh, take place, and also this is with respect this. So this is with respect to the um, GL ortho function. This is with respect to the GL ortho function. So we can have similarly we can have few more functions. Similarly we can have uh, see there are so many functions. There are so many functions um, with respect to each projections. So the first one was with respect to the um, viewport transformation. The first one was with respect to the OpenGL viewing transformation function. The second one was with respect to the orthogonal projection function, and we can have frustum. We have frustum now. So um, before talking about this frustum, um, so to which category it will come? So this frustum will come under OpenGL uh, s- perspective projection. So this will come under perspective projection function. So um, for this the function is given by uh, x window minimum, x window maximum, y window minimum, y window maximum, the distance near and the farther distance. So um, so what does this mean? This will give you the values of the what is the value of the x coordinate, y coordinate, and the distance between uh, the near clipping plane and the far clipping plane. So here also all the parameters are of double precision, floating point value. Um, Here d near. So the near plane is the view plane, and the and the reference point, and the reference point is at the viewing position, which is the origin. So this function has the same parameter as this only. You can check the parameters, but here only difference is the near clipping plane and the far clipping plane must have positive distances. Must have positive distances. That is the one thing uh, which should be taken care. Um, the first four parameters like x window minimum, x window maximum, y window minimum, and y window maximum. So they are talking about the clipping parameters. So they are the coordinates. They are the coordinates for the clipping window. Uh, and the last two parameters like d near and d far, they are giving you the distance between. They are giving you the distance from the origin to the near plane and from the origin to the far clipping. So one change is that the near clipping plane and the far clipping plane distance must be you. So that is the one thing you should uh, remember in this function. So similarly, we have one function called viewport function. Also, we have one called viewport function, GL viewport function. So this viewport function means it will take only uh, four parameters: x window minimum, viewport minimum, uh, viewport minimum, width and height. So it will take 4 parameters. This viewport will take 4 parameters. So this will come under OpenGL viewport function. Um, so uh, what this function will do means it will create a rectangular viewport function. So the first two parameter will give you the screen position. The first two parameters, these two will give you the screen position on the lower left corner of the viewport with respect to the lower left corner of the display window, and the last two parameters VP width and height, they will give you the height of this they will give you the width and height of the viewport. So um, usually, this viewport will be used to set the aspect ratio so that whenever the window is minimized or maximized, the objects inside the window will not get distorted. So to maintain the relative size of the object, so this viewport function will be used. So this is with respect to the mm, GL viewport function. So like that, these are the functions which are there in OpenGL 3D viewing function. So in addition to that, we have one more function also, like GLU perspective, theta, aspect ratio, and we have one more function also, GL perspective. So GL perspective. So this will be angle. So theta, aspect ratio, distance near, distance far. Um, so this function is used for producing a symmetric perspective projection, like symmetric frustum view volume about the viewing direction. So this function, how we have derived means, is in the last class we had seen this. We had seen one function, right? So using this height aspect ratio, so using this function has been derived. So the first one corresponds to the angle, the second one will correspond to the aspect ratio, and the last two parameter corresponds to the distance between the near clipping plane and the far clipping plane. So the four parameters here, the four parameters, uh, they are also taking the floating point values also. Um so the theta will give you the size, the theta will give you the angle. So based on the angle, the height of the clipping window will be decided. So in the last class I told, so when theta is 25-degree means clipping window will be very small when compared to the theta is equal to 60-degree. As you increase the angle, it is like you're purchasing a wider lens, the frame will get also enlarged. So the first parameter theta will give you the size of the clipping window. It will give you the size of the clipping window, and then the second one is aspect. The second one is aspect. No, so it will give you the aspect position. It will give you the distance from the origin, and the last two parameters. And the last two parameters, like it will give you the distance between the near clipping plane and the far clipping plane. So this theta can be like the field of angle. Yesterday we spoke about the field of angle. No, so that is the parameter which this theta is being represented. It can take the values from 0 to 180 degree also. So what is this aspect means? It will maintain the aspect ratio. It will maintain the aspect ratio of the clipping window, which is nothing but the ratio of width to height. So that is the second thing. And distance near and distance for d near and d far, they will give you the distance between the near plane and the far plane. So these functions um, these are the functions which are given by OpenGL library for 3D viewing. So you can use these functions to view the objects in your application. So I think these are the functions which is supported by 3D viewing functions. Any doubts here? See, most probably you'll be using, see, mostly all you'll be always using these two functions. Regularly, you'll be using this GL lookat function, GLU lookat function, and GL ortho function. So you can in your lab program also, in the cube program also, you check where you are using this GL lookat function. So in the lab program for, you can check this GL lookat function. So there we are using this function, and also see where you are using this GL ortho also, so that you will understand what is like how this function is helping in viewing a 3D object. So any doubts here? Any doubts? So I'll just stop the class at this point of time. So the remaining we have surface detection methods, which I'll see in the next class. Any doubts here? Any doubts? Just stop recording the session.